Yo, what's going on everybody here on Melted's channel? My name is Bacon and I'm going to be your commentator for today's video. So the gameplay you're going to be watching in the background today is a solo DNA bomb on the map Instinct, which is probably the worst map in the game. You know, it's so open, it's just a bunch of snipers and kids hiding in corners, hiding in a bush, trying to be a bush Wookiee and get on overpowered top 5 tactical plays of the week. Just those kind of kids, that's all you run into on this map, or at least that's me. But you know, Melted's out here dropping a DNA on it. So if you guys do enjoy, definitely leave a like down below. Let's shoot for 30 likes on this video. You know, it's an insane gameplay, so I know he really does deserve it. Mel's has been pumping out some insane gameplays for you guys already, and we're only a week and a half into Advanced Warfare. So if you guys have not subbed him already, I recommend you guys going and clicking that red shiny subscribe button down below. You know, he deserves way more subs than he has because he's going to be pumping out some insane shit for Advanced Warfare. Now, have you ever met that one person that's just really clumsy, or you're clumsy yourself? I'm talking about people who can fall on things flatter than Taylor Swift's ass. Just that kind of clumsy person. Now, I'm that kind of person. I'm a pretty clumsy guy. I'll be randomly walking and then all of a sudden I'll just trip over a tiny little pebble and I'll fall and I'll hit my head on something. And so I'm going to kind of be telling you guys about the time I busted my head open on a chair and how I did it. Now, I did this when I was pretty young and it was pretty on stupid what I did, but it was funny on how I really played it off. Now, it was when I was younger, and I believe I was only about 4 or 5, and I was a really clumsy baby. I'm talking I would fall off of anything. I mean, if you had the door open in a car and you were just backing up and you had me like seated in my car seat, I would still fall out somehow. I would randomly, I'm like a Houdini baby, and just fall out of anything. Now, when I was at church one day, my mom had me in the extra care dropping me off before the church service, and I was sitting there, and you know, they had all these little toy cars, they had all these Legos and stuff, and I go over to my friends, and I sit down, and we start playing, and we're having a really fun time. You know, for 4-year-olds, we're just smashing blocks together, acting like they're superheroes, and we're just smashing the blocks together, and I get up to go get my goldfish, because it was the snack of the day. They always gave you a little snack before you left, and I went up to get my goldfish, and when I went up to get my goldfish, I was walking over and I walked through where all the little cars were, and I was just the stupid kid who would go and I'd stomp on stuff, and I decided to stomp on this little toy truck, and it was like this little shiny little red truck, something that I should have easily just, my foot should have gone over and walked and kept moving, but somehow in this magical world, I slipped and fell. And now what happened is I hit my face directly on the chair. I busted the corner of my lip open, and I just hit it directly on the chair. I just got my ass back up, and I went and got my goldfish. I wanted the goldfish. The goldfish were my final goal. I didn't care what happened. I would have cut a bitch to go and get my goldfish. So I walk over and I get my goldfish, and I sit down, and I notice it started tasting funny. And I'm just kind of relaxing, eating my goldfish, sipping my juice, and I was like, why is my goldfish tasting funny? So I start crying. Because, you know, when you're 4 and something weird happens, you start crying. So I'm sitting there and I'm bawling my eyes out. I'm crying and people are coming over like, what's wrong? I just had like my hand over my mouth, like crying. I don't know why. It was just because it tasted funny. I had my hand over my mouth. And then once I moved it, there was blood dripping down my mouth. And the kids, like, they all saw what happened. They already knew what happened to me, but I didn't know what happened and how it happened. So I'm sitting there and I'm explaining it to them. Like, I was eating my goldfish and my lip, and it tastes funny, and I was just bawling my eyes out. And so I had to go to the hospital and get stitches. When I was only around like 4, I had to get stitches on the corner of my mouth because I was clumsy. And I'm still a clumsy guy to this day. I mean, I'll be walking, carrying stuff, and I'll slip and fall. I mean, I've actually punched someone from slipping and falling. I'm that kind of a clumsy guy. So like I said, I had to go get stitches. I had to go get, I had an ice pack on my face for about like 2 days, like for a while, because you know when you're a baby, you're like, you have that sensitive stuff and all that crap, you know, you got like that special spot on your head that if you hit it, you're in a lot of trouble and can cause brain damage. I don't know why, but because I was like bleeding a lot because my gums were forming or whatever. I really don't know what, but so I had to have stitches, and that was pretty much the time I busted my lip open. So if you guys do enjoy this story, I know it was kind of a rough one, definitely leave a like down below. And if you guys do enjoy, you can go check out my channel. The links will be in the description. Definitely subscribe and leave a like on this video. Just definitely sub up Melted. You know, he deserves all the subs he can get. So guys, my name is Bacon, and I will see all of you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people later.